like a squirrel.
Climb, 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 like a squirrel.
Waddle, 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 like a duck.
Waddle, 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 like a duck.
Pump, 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 like a gorilla.
Pump, 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 like a gorilla.
Stomp, 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 like an elephant.
Stomp, 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 like an elephant.
Animals in action.
Animals in action.
Animals in action.
Animals in action.
Let's go! In the sky,
In the sky,
on the ground,
on the ground,
in the water,
in the water,
all around.
all around.
They are animals in action. Animals in action. Run, 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 like a cheetah.
Run, 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 like a cheetah.
Swing, 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 like a monkey.
Swing, 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 like a monkey.
Fly, 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 like an eagle.
Fly, 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 like an eagle.
Paddle, 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 like a turtle.
Paddle, 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 like a turtle.
Animals in action.
Animals in action.
Animals in action.
Animals in action.
Let's go! In the sky,
In the sky,
on the ground,
on the ground,
in the water,
in the water,
all around.
all around.
They are animals in action. Let's be friends. Place your mouse on my guitar and click the red subscribe button. Also, you can click this icon to visit my website. And click on one of these boxes to see more fun educational videos.
Good afternoon, first graders. Miss Kyler here, and we're going to dig into science this month. I'm so ecstatic for this unit that we'll be learning throughout the whole month of May. We're all done learning about our goods and services and our wants and needs and our scarcity. Remember, that was all the things we learned in social studies last month. We're done with that, and we're moving into animals for this month, and I cannot wait. I have a special surprise coming up later on this month. I'm not going to get into it right now, but please make sure you're here for your live stream lessons throughout the month so you can learn about animals. Now, let's dig on in. And remember, when we look at animals, we have to think about 4 things that we're going to look at today when we look at our adult and our baby animals. We have to look at their color, their body structure. So how are they made? Do they have 2 legs, 4 legs, wings? And we have to think about what they might eat and even the ways they move, okay? So now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to learn about several animals and what their babies are called. So the first animal we're going to look at, this one you probably all know, is a cat. And we need to determine, looking at these 2 pictures of baby animals, which one would be the cat. Think about maybe the color, and think about maybe how they move, and do they have the same body structure as the mother? Okay, so here's the adult, and which would be the baby? Well, I see that these are some type of bird, and they have wings, and I see, hey, this animal here, this baby, has the same type of ears and the same type of eyes. So throughout our slides today, look for those features. So we know that the adult cat is called a cat, and its baby is called a kitten. So let's keep going and investigating more animals and determining which one is their baby. So here we have a dog. And we see two animals, two baby animals here. Well, I see that this one has a lot of curly hair, also has four legs, but it doesn't really look like the adult animal, right? And then I see here, this one looks very similar to the adult animal. It even has the same ears and eyes and nose shape. And it also has four legs. So let's go ahead. A dog's baby would be called a puppy. And now let's go ahead to our next animal. So here we have a horse, and we see two animals here. And we have to use our skills, our detective skills, and figure out which one would be the baby horse. So we know the adult is called a horse and the baby is called a foal. Okay, so here is the baby horse. Next animal we have is the adult is a goat. And we see two animals, and we already determined that the top was a kitten and the adult of a kitten is called a cat. So we already know that this cannot be the animal, the baby animal for a goat. So let's go ahead and find out what a baby goat is called. A baby goat is called a kid, just like you are. So now let's go ahead with our next animal. Oh, we see a sheep. So here we have our two animals again, and we see, hey, let's look at the characteristics of the adult sheep and let's look at the characteristics of these two babies. Well, at the bottom, we see that this animal is very small and it has pointy ears. And we see that this animal looks very similar to a sheep. Same color, it has four legs. Well, they both have four legs, has a small tail there, and it has the same ear shape. So we can go ahead and say that that lamb is the sheep's baby. So an adult sheep, an adult is called a sheep, and the baby is called a lamb. So let's keep moving. So here we have a goose, and we see two animals. Now we see some animals in the water, and we see some animal walking on land. And this one has four legs. So let's use our skills and determine which one would be the baby. And I know we're all going with the top here. And let's see what they're called. Gooselings. And now we have another type of bird, and we have, it looks like an animal, four-legged animal here on land, and we also see some little animals here in the water. So we know the adult is called a duck, and let's go ahead and determine, I'm thinking, and I believe you're thinking the same, that the animals down here is the babies for the duck. And they're called ducklings. So the mother or the adult is called the duck, and the babies are called ducklings. Okay, my first graders, so let's go ahead and look. Oh, we have a fox here. We have a fox, and we see our two animals. Well, this one does not look similar at all because remember, we're looking at the color, we're looking at the body structure, maybe what they might eat, and maybe how they might move. Well, we know that a fox typically likes to eat other animals, and we know that this is a sheep we saw earlier. Well, a lamb, it's a baby lamb. So they like to eat grass, right? So we want to pick ones that are similar. So we see these have the same color, same ear shapes, and they eat and move the same way. So we're going to go ahead and say that the bottom animal is the fox's baby. And what is that called? A kit. A baby fox is a kit. And now we're going to our next animal, which is a bear. This is a brown bear. So we're going to still use those same reasoning skills and looking and determining which one of these animals is the baby bear. So, oh, we already determined that this is a kitten. And so we can go ahead and say that this is a baby bear. And what do we call a baby bear? We call a baby bear a cub. And now we have a deer. We see deers a lot here in Michigan. Now, what about its baby? We have two pictures here. We're looking at the structure of the deer. How is it built? Well, we see that it kind of has skinnier legs, right? It has a longer nose and pointy ears that go up. Well, I'm looking here. This animal, this baby animal, has a little bit of a thicker leg, right? And it doesn't quite have those same pointy ears. It has more of a rounded ear there. But as I look at this animal at the bottom, I see the legs are about the same, the ears are looking similar, and even the face for this animal is looking similar to the adult deer. So let's go ahead and see what it's called. A baby deer is called a fawn. So we have our baby deer here. Looks extremely similar to the adult. Okay, so we have now a pig. The adult is called a pig. And we have two animals here. So we can go ahead and look and see what we see in this animal. We said that this animal was a baby lamb, and a baby lamb, an adult would be a sheep. So we can determine that this animal down here must be the baby pigs. So let's go ahead and see what they're called. So we call a baby pig a piglet. And they're actually really, really cute. Look at those. Okay, so now let's keep going, my first graders. We have a rabbit. And once again, we're going to use those skills and we're going to look and see what is similar between the babies and the adults. So looking here, I see, we saw this animal, it's a lamb, and it's much too big to be a rabbit's baby, right? So we're going to go ahead and say that the animal at the top is our baby animal. And let's see what we call that baby animal. It's a bunny. So a rabbit is the adult and its baby is a bunny. Now, oh, we have a kangaroo. So let's look at our pictures here and determine which one would be the baby kangaroo. So we're going to use those skills. We're going to look at the color, the body structure, and even think about how a kangaroo would move. So we see that this typically a kangaroo is up on two legs, right? And we see that this top animal is on four legs, and we also see these ears and even the color. It's like a brownish gray look going on here. This top animal is not looking very much like a kangaroo to me, but look at this bottom one. The ears are looking the same, the eyes, the nose. I'm going to go ahead and say that that bottom one is our kangaroo, and we call a baby kangaroo a joey. So we have adult kangaroo and its baby is a joey. Okay, first graders, let's see. Oh, our next animal is a cow. And we have two animals here. We're still looking at that body structure, and I think this one's pretty clear. This animal at the bottom is pretty skinny, but we see the cow has a kind of a bigger body right here in the middle. Look at those ears to the side and that nose. And I think it's pretty clear. We can see at the top that animal really resembles the cow. So we can go with that top animal. Let's see what that baby is called. It's called a calf. So we have an adult is a cow and the baby is a calf. Now let's go ahead and look at this. So this is a moose here. And we can look at our animals and we can determine which baby is the moose's baby because we can look at its characteristics, its color, its shape, maybe how it's moving. So I'm going to look at the shape. And I can really see, looking at this shape, how it is here, I can see it's very similar here. It's like a little swoop down there on the back, right? Where this calf is very straight. The back is very straight. But with our moose, we see there's a little dent there. And we can look at those legs. The legs are looking very similar, very skinny, same. And guess what, first graders? Even though these are two different animals, their babies are both called calves. Okay, my first grade friends, we are all done learning about our animals for today, and we're going to be learning about animal traits on Thursday. So I look forward to that. And get ready to go to Boom Learning to do your exit to get assignment for science today. I cannot wait to continue this whole unit about animals. I love animals, and I look forward to seeing if you're able to match the adult parent with the baby parent on our Boom Learning today. So I will see you later. If I have not seen you, I will see you later. If I already have seen you, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.